Hello everybody, I'm Chris, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry it's been a while. I've been pretty busy working on stuff, and it's 2020 now, so crazy new decade. A lot has happened, a lot has changed in my life, but most of all I've been coming to some pretty crazy and pretty awesome realizations. Probably if you have the stomach to watch a lot of my previous videos talking about that, you probably would have seen a few of them. Musically though, composition, I make music, if you didn't know. I make music. I've made a lot of music in the past, and I love it. I've been making music since I was probably 12 years old or 11 years old, and I've been doing music since before that in terms of like playing instruments and stuff, right? And just want to say, bear in mind, by the way, I haven't talked to a camera in a little bit of time, so I'm sorry if this is a bit awkward and I'm not normal. Sorry, it's been a bit of a while. I feel kind of nervous. Anyway, where was I? So, I love making music, and music has always been my passion. But as with all things, as with any job, as with any hobby or career or whatever, sometimes things can become formulaic. And I guess because this has become my profession, this has become something I'm investing in, there has become a formula to it, and there's become a sort of transactional based routine in terms of making music. And I was painfully aware of this earlier last year, when a lot of the stuff I was making, I just wasn't motivated to share. And that was really just because I didn't have the confidence, I didn't have the testament to be able to kind of apply it into any sort of space for myself. And it was kind of, it was confusing and it was frustrating because, you know, you make a lot of stuff and you only let yourself share particular things, and you realize, well, in reality, you're making more of the stuff that you're not sharing. So what does that mean? What is that telling you? And for me, I was absolutely relentless in being against vulnerability in my music. And by vulnerability, I mean kind of using my voice. I mean, singing for me is a very personal thing. It's how I started music. So I mean, these aspects of my kind of, maybe it sounds silly to people on the outside, but to me, it was a very crazy thing. And it was towards the end of 2019 that I finally wrote down, and I finally came to terms with the idea of starting to songwrite and starting to talk about things I've learned in my life and relay them through the art of song, because music is my kind of primary method of communicating, and so I figured, hey, why not songwrite? Why not kind of take this to a level that I've always really, to be honest, wanted to try it, because even when I was a kid and dreaming of doing this one day, the first way of that was always through song and through becoming an artist, right? So that was my kind of what I did, and that's how Axil was born. so what is Axil? Axil is it's probably the scariest thing I've ever done, but Axil is my attempt at kind of confronting myself and confronting my life, and that is probably the crux of it, you know. So to be honest, it's a freaky new step, but that's what I've been spending the last 3 months pretty much, kind of just tirelessly working away at, and that's why, you know, I haven't left too much just unanswered. You know, this freaking mic tells a story. Like my bed, I'll be sitting here, where you're facing, and I'll just be singing into this for hours. And it's like songwriting is it's a weird art form, because, you know, there's no barrier to entry, and anyone can do it, and anyone can engage with it, and it's pretty universal in its outreach, right? Everyone listens to music, everyone has a song that they identify with. So it's been quite humbling in that way, because there's no sort of intellectual barrier, there's no intellectual dominance. It's all about confronting something and being honest and finding a sound and kind of living in it, and that's really what this has been about. And there's such a purity to it, which I freaking love, guys. So and it's actually made me so happy. It's been such a real thing for me, to be honest. A very cathartic, honest kind of process, and that's what Axil represents. And kind of me taking that step and using my voice and sharing my voice, my singing voice, that is, with this kind of style of music, you know, it's scary, but it's you know, freaking fun and exciting. So it's been really good. And so I've been working on an EP, and I'm hoping to have that EP done. How and when that's released, you know, I can't. To be honest with you, I can't be like honest about that, because there's a lot of different factors in terms of where I want to kind of try and send it, and what I want to happen, and my dreams and aspirations. But you know, I can promise you that I will release it this year, regardless. And so yeah, there will be Axil somewhere on the internet, and probably on this channel at some point, for you to listen to this year. So yeah, other than that, I've kind of just yeah, it's just been really cool. I think I'm just going around in circles now. Jeez. All right. Yeah. Being authentic, being raw, being honest. And not being apologetic for it. I'm still balls deep in learning that message. But you know, this process has been so helpful in attaining that, and I'm really excited for kind of where that leads. And hopefully, if one person out there can listen to an Axil track and relate, then I feel like I've achieved something. And I guess the way to think about the EP that I'm making is sort of like a deconstructed soundtrack of a high school movie. You know what I mean? And I guess in my world, it's my own high school movie, but I hope that for anyone else, it can be theirs. And that's kind of the sound world I'm going for. Axil coming 2020. Growth, change, nostalgia, and singing and making music. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you in the next video, and follow me on Instagram to see updates at Chris Doing Music, and I'll be posting updates on there. See you guys.